So let's talk about Saturn real quick. I'm already looking like a baby kid, so it's only appropriate. It's only appropriate. The flyaways is fine, honey. The hair is somewhere punked. That's what it gets on top of the head, punked. That's what it feels like when you take it off too, like punked. Like when you take off your bra, when you take off your ponytail hood, or when you take off your bra, it's like punked. Okay, anyway, bitch. Parenting with goddamn astrology, because Saturn, okay, boom, wanting to take control over a feeling. That's giving me like Saturn and the moon aspects, learning how to take power and control over feelings, synastry wise, with how you parent. You know, just your goddamn self, bitch. You need to do some parenting to your goddamn natal chart, bitch, and do some goddamn crisscross applesauce on that ass, bitch. Don't give me a motherfucking, wait a minute, what? I'm about to crisscross applesauce on this bitch, like, come on. I love the good game of like the 4 squares with the ball. You bounce that bitch real quick, it hits a little piece of a little point, a trajectory, and then it bounces over to a motherfucker, and then they catch it real quick, they bounce that shit off, and then a real good game of 4 squares. Oh, bitch, we scraping knees. We coming home, knees scuffed up. I'm good. In the mind, though, because I was bouncing that goddamn ball from a small, I wasn't throwing it hard. The next square was over. Now, if it was is there like a adult version of 4 squares where the square is a little squared out? Where the square is a little squared out and you bounce that ball to another motherfucking, y'all keep bouncing it. And then with 4 squares, once you get out, it goes down to 2 people. So you really bump it up. Like you going in with that, with you bounce it over to a motherfucker, they bounce it back. You bounce it over to a motherfucker, they bounce it back. Like, what? Last they took an L, but tonight I bounced back. What was that one party song? It was somebody, I think it was either Cardi or Meg, and somebody had said something about something bouncing back. I don't know. But, yeah, with Saturn and, you know, being squared. Right now, I'm a little squared up. I'm not even going to hold you. I could talk about astrology, like, oh, yeah, astrology. But, girl, sometimes some squares will have you leap the fuck over, bitch. You got to remember, drive like you got some sense before somebody pull you over. And that pull over be the pull of the current that you done washed up under. That be the pull. Fuck getting pulled over by the police. These niggas... just half of the time they be pulling you over so they can pull. Nigga, I don't want to get pulled like that. That's why y'all motherfuckers be having domestic violence shit. Because who tries to holler at somebody like that by pulling them over? Ew. You get goddamn... Ew. Don't do that. Like, that is so nerve-wracking. And you working my nerves from day one. Oh, sir, I'm about to be somewhere, somebody's goddamn street sign name in somebody's hood fucking around with you. Because currently, those are some currents that's in the current news. Like, I can't be oblivious and be like, oh, like, the world is just so utopia. Like, I know I'm very much that vibe, but honey, like, life done showed me, God then showed me, bitch, don't nothing give a fuck. Not the air, water, fire, or earth. When you get down to it, not the ethers. Don't nothing give a fuck. Don't nothing give a fuck. Your Ethernet cord will give a fuck about you in a quick second, bitch. Don't nobody give a fuck. Don't nobody give a fuck, bitch. Be snitching. Real quick. Where you plugged in at? Where that IP address in? I don't know shit about that shit. But it's motherfuckers out here catching motherfuckers, and it's like, damn, like, gotta catch them all. Don't nobody want to feel like fucking catching fucking flies? Nigga, you ain't the golden fly, nigga. You ain't fucking Raymond showing motherfucking Evangeline. so that we can see that bitch Evangeline, that motherfucking name Ramon. Evangeline was probably some bitch named Evangeline that worked on that goddamn star. That probably was talking about, bitch, them stars ain't goddamn twinkly twinkly little lights. Yeah, we got currents, and if you're able to sit in a current and that shit looks like as if it is not moving, that was the kicker for me. That was the twinkly twinkly little star for me, was the fact that, damn, why is these three motherfuckers still lined up though? Like, why them three motherfuckers still lined up? What's giving that the ability to still be lined up like that? And if it's a different current of water, it gives me like when you in like a pool and there's a bar in the pool, the person at the bar, that bar, even when they leave, like all of that, when it starts to glimmer and shit, okay, that's a person at the bar. When it's just like real steady, that's just the bar itself. That's the structure itself. Okay, cool. So that and me being in water and there's a pool bar where, okay, like that's still, I'm in water, I'm moving around and shit, but this, I'm understanding that I'm in a body of water, and that's in a body of water, but that's like a structure. And it's like, what is the structure around it that's keeping that structure from like bitch being up on me? You get what I'm saying? Like, where it's also like three big ass bodies of whatever the fuck that is, like also at some point, like not just moving around, but bitch at some point moving closer. That like, that's the piece for me. Okay, so Evangeline may have just been some bitch that worked at the goddamn star system that Ramon was talking about in goddamn Princess and the Frog. That's what it's given. And like, if that's the motherfucking case, bitch, like, honey, okay. Because I had went far for a moment. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, Saturn. Okay, so now I'm playing the magic squares, doing all of that, parenting with astrology, getting into Saturn, into this little moon aspect, and like thinking about where I have Saturn at. Anytime, if Saturn is the influence, then yeah, I'm gonna look to where I got my Saturn at and see, you know, what's going on with that, so that I'm not the pool aspect. I'm not being pulled and washed up underneath a fucking current. So for me, it's given current, transit, Saturn, Aquarius. That's a cute ass little ghetto boy name. Aquarius. That's what we're gonna call it. Aquarius. Saturn, Aquarius, and then, cause that's the bricks. That's like that building aspect. Like, that's that get it out the mud. That's out the trench. Out the motherfucking trenches. That's that building. That's that growth. That thing that you love to see grow. Everybody loves to see, you know, that feeling come up out of that. Like, everybody loves to see that grow up out of that. So, Aquarius. And then, damn, Saturn been in Aquarius for a minute, but I guess it's like moving forward at this point. Forward. It's time to move. It's time to fight forward. Forward. I love you more than this job. Please don't work for me. Forward. Come back to your bed and you're something next to me. Forward. Lord. Shout out to Beyonce and the crew. Shout out to Beyonce and the crew for always just coming through with that, like, what? Woof. Alright, so Saturn compared to my Saturn is kind of like, ooh, it's like coming up on the Saturn, like the 28 degree, like, bitch, it's only like a 28 degree aspect between the Saturns. It be that whole 28. What? Okay. Honey, I'm about to be up in the 28 degrees of the Sats. And, like, really seeing, like, okay, what is this Saturn? Like, motherfuckers out here flipping their wigs off on the internet talking about Saturn return. Like, okay, and that's okay. Play was literally just talking about that Saturn turn, that full sun cycle. But I'm trying to get that for myself, because, like, returning from where? If it's Saturn and my sun is in oh shit, hold on. If my sun is in the 11th house, I don't know if this got shit to do with shit, but if my sun is in the 11th house, no, it probably wouldn't have shit to do with shit, because other people have their Saturn returns. I don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit more of my astrological go day by day, bitch, as this girl, as the world turns with motherfucking Drea, like, bitch, as the world turns with Drea, and I click this motherfucking button, and you will see over the next motherfucking 28 degrees what that means for me when I'm saying that motherfucking, twinkly has hit that motherfucking degree, bitch. When that twinkly hits that degree, I'm gonna tell you what that means to me. And shout out to the YouTubes and the Viz and all the motherfucking visities. Okay, now I gotta do hard labor. I'll see y'all.